At the National Conflict Resolution Center, we get a lot of calls and inquiries about legal action that people are curious about if they can take or what they should do. Now, we are a training and mediation center, so we're not out to be your lawyer. We're not here to give legal advice. But there is something that we say over and over again to the clients that we have call in to ask that question. And what we tell them is there may be legal action that you can take. You may be able to sue your landlord for not getting your deposit back. You may be able to go after your employer for something. And sometimes that's the right course of action to take. But a lot of the time, what we have to talk about is that the best thing for your case? I'll give you an example. Recently, we've had a call about a barking dog. And there was a person next door to someone with a dog that was complaining a lot about the barking dog, and they wanted to know what they could do legally to make their neighbors stop getting their dog to bark. Well, they can do certain things like call the police, take action in that way, but at the end of the day, you still have to live next door to this person. There's a relationship there. And so is it the very best thing for you to do? And that's where mediation comes in. Mediation really preserves the relationship. Now, sometimes in mediation, you're going to have a case where parties come together and they really don't know each other. They don't have a relationship to preserve. And so mediation is great because you can come in, you can settle your case, hopefully stay out of court and preserve those expensive legal fees. Okay, that's one type of mediation. But for so many other cases, there are the relationships that need to be thought about that go well beyond, say, the barking dog or the lawsuit, and talk and speak to really how do these two people move forward? How do they continue to work together after this mediation is over? How do they continue to be neighbors after this mediation is over? And that's where we're really able to take into account some of the underlying issues that happen that the court just simply can't. So as you go through your conflicts and as you think about what it is that you're trying to deal with from a legal perspective, remember that sometimes you need to consider more than just what legally can I do in this situation, but what is best for the situation overall. This is also a perfect time to remind you all that we have a weekly column in the San Diego Union Tribune called Mediate This, where you can actually write in your questions and have them answered by Steve Dinkin, our president. And every single week we publish an answer to a viewer or writer's question where we actually tackle the issue that they're dealing with and approach it from a mediator's perspective. So be sure you go online, search Mediate This, and you can submit your questions if you have any.